my mind, I was never going to walk right again. Before we were through, we had walked 23 steps. And that was my first steps of freedom. This patient is saying thank you.
Hi, welcome to the Daily O. My name is Mia Muhi. There's a lot happening around campus this weekend. It's Mom's Weekend at OSU, so Spring Sing is tomorrow night in the GIA at 5:30 off campus. The Stillwater Community Center is hosting their music festival. This free event is tomorrow and tonight at the Stillwater Community Center. Next, we'll take a look at the OSU Drag Show was last night, and I was there to cover it, but we won't have any video of that until Monday. So next is the New York Minute.
How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Jason Colicchio, and this is the New York Minute. There's a lot going on this weekend in the world of entertainment. First, the teaser trailer for Star Wars Episode 9 has been released. In this episode, we finally find out the fate of a villain whose fate had been left up in the air. The episode will premiere in December. This is the first weekend of Coachella. The headliners include Childish Gambino, Tame Impala, and Ariana Grande. Finally, this weekend is the premiere of the final season of Game of Thrones, where viewers will finally learn the fate of their favorite characters. That's all for the New York Minute. We'll be right back with the Daily O after this break.
Next, we'll hear about a special collection at the OSU Museum of Art.
A handful of buttons quickly grew into an 80-pound collection of all shapes, colors, and sizes. Ms. Lena Sherrar's button collection dates all the way back to 1937, and she was known for always having a story to tell about her buttons. Lena's son Mike promised that he would take care of his mother's button collection, but felt that their stories were no longer being heard. In 1972, Mike and his wife Molly Sherrar donated the initial $25,000 to the Stillwater Arts and Humanities Council towards the purchase of the historic building on the corner of Duncan and 7th Street. Only 45 years beforehand, that historic building housed the very first congregation of Christ Scientists west of the Mississippi River, and the east side of the building still displays that name. In 1989, the Stillwater Museum Association, a non-profit 501c corporation, took ownership of the Sherrar Museum and Cultural Center. Since then, the museum has been free to the public, directly relying on support from donations and corporate sponsors. Since opening to the public in 1974, Ms. Lena Sherrar's button collection has been the main feature of the museum, bringing visitors in from all across the country. The button collection is truly diverse, but because of the amount, the museum only shows a fraction of the collection at a time. The buttons rotate throughout the year, making sure that every time you visit, you will have a new, unique button experience. The museum recently added magnifying glasses and flashlights so that visitors can look at all the hidden details in the buttons. Today, the museum displays numerous other Stillwater history exhibits in the main gallery. Some of these include the Victorian Parlor, the Oklahoma A&M display, as well as the two newest exhibits, Still Pioneering and Automobiles in Stillwater. Under new management for the past year, the Stillwater History Museum still makes strides in the community to connect both children and adults to Stillwater's history. There is always more to discover, and in the words of Mike and Molly Sherrar, we owe it all to a simple button.
We'll be right back with sports after this break.
Bienvenidos and welcome back. I'm Johnny Resendez. A decision is supposed to be made today regarding the releasing of the surveillance video in the Robert Kraft prostitution case. Attorneys for the New England Patriots owner were in court Friday to try and block it from going public. Kraft faces misdemeanor charges of soliciting prostitution in Florida. Several media outlets requested the video to be released, which shows Kraft receiving paid sexual services. Kraft's legal team says it's basically pornography and shouldn't be published because it violates Kraft's right to privacy. They further argued that the video was illegally obtained. The Media Coalition's attorney argued that the public has a right to obtain the video and that Mr. Kraft does not enjoy, as a criminal defendant in a criminal case, the right to privacy. The state's attorney's office stated that it does not plan to release the video until the court rules. The judge on Friday asked all the parties to submit a proposed order to the court by Tuesday. Now, for more of a PG news, the Masters continues today after a packed day of action from yesterday. 17th hole, Dustin Johnson makes the putt for birdie. He currently sits tied for 4th place. 17th hole, Phil Mickelson makes a great tee shot that just nearly goes in. This would set up birdie for Mickelson. He is tied for 9th place at 4 under. last year's PGA Tour champion Brooks Koepka on the 15th hole makes a great pitch shot, sets up birdie to move to 6 under. He is on pace to get another major as he is currently tied for first. 17th hole, Bryson DeChambeau makes a nice chip shot to keep himself in the competition. On the next hole, DeChambeau nearly pulls off something amazing. He just misses the 196-yard shot. He did set himself up for the easy tap-in birdie though. 18th hole, Mickelson sinks the birdie putt. Here's a look at the current leaderboard. Tied for first is Francesco Molinari, Jason Day, and Brooks Koepka. Phil Mickelson is tied for 9th, and Tiger Woods is tied for 15th. There are fellow Cowboys in the tournament too. There are 5 Cowboys in the field for the Masters. Charles Howell is leading the way for all Cowboys, tied for 10th at 4 under. Ricky Fowler follows him, tied at 15 at 3 under. But that's not all. The NHL playoffs are underway, and we are going to get you guys caught up in all the action. Here's a look at the bracket with all the matchups. There were 3 games that were played last night. First was the Maple Leafs taking on the Bruins in Game 1 of that series. Toronto took the series lead, beating Boston 4-0. The next game was closer between the Capitals and the Hurricanes. The defending champs Washington came away with the win 4-2. The last game of the night was another lopsided victory, with Calgary defeating Colorado 4-0. 4 more games will be played tonight, including league-leading Tampa Bay going against Columbus and St. Louis taking on Winnipeg. The NHL isn't the only sports league going into the playoffs. The NBA playoffs begin tomorrow. Here's a look at the entire playoff picture. The defending champion Warriors will kick off their title defense with a first-round matchup against the Clippers. The Thunder begin their playoff series on Sunday against the Trailblazers. The top team in the East, Milwaukee, will face the Pistons. Now it's time for the play of the day. Tigers hosting the Cleveland Indians. Hanley Ramirez slices one deep to left. Tigers' Dustin Peterson makes a spectacular diving catch for the out. Check out the replay as Peterson lays out and robs Ramirez of extra bases. That right there is the play of the game. That's all for sports. Before we go to break, here is a quick look at this weekend's sports schedule.
Your future by selecting a major can be difficult.
It's okay to be undecided.
Connect with the College of Arts and Sciences, where your options are endless.
Where you can uncover your passions and achieve your goals.
Express your creativity by exploring a career in the visual and performing arts.
Investigate new discoveries to make the world a better place with a career in science.
Advance knowledge, communicate progress, and contribute to a healthier planet with a career rooted in the social sciences.
Discover your career by looking at the world from different perspectives through the humanities.
Realize a better tomorrow through problem solving and mining data that can change lives.
CAS prepares you to succeed through internships, study abroad, student-guided research projects, and service activities.
With 109 majors, 52 minors, and 24 departments, the only thing missing is you. College of Arts and Sciences.
Connect.
Achieve. Succeed.
When you have a team of physicians and nurses that really truly care about their patients, that translates into patient care.
It's a small practice, it's a small town. Everybody really takes that time to put the patient first.
Everybody cares what's happening to me and that I'm making progress and I'm gaining my freedom back and my mobility back. This patient is saying thank you.
This spring, I invite you to shop in downtown Stillwater. Downtown Stillwater is home to locally owned shops, boutiques, eateries, and dependable professionals that you can trust. Find the perfect gift for your graduate, have a delicious meal with mom, or just stop in to enjoy great spring savings. By creating a demand for local goods and services, you can ensure a place for the local businesses that help give our community character and keep it unique. On behalf of Downtown Stillwater, thank you for shopping local.
It's gotta be against the law to look this damn good. Watch out now. Cause baby, I feel real good and I wish I would. Watch out now. It's gotta be against the law to look this damn good. Watch out now. Everybody watch out. Watch out now. I'm ready for a good time and I came to groove. The whole band's here and we came to move. Got a fresh haircut and 2 new shoes. We're here all night like we got nothing to lose. I'm coming out the jacket cause we're turning up the heat. I wanna see you clapping when you get up out your seat. It's time to make it happen when we hit these streets. I'm coming in hot and I can't be beat. Watch out now. Baby, watch out now.
Tonight it's going to start getting a little chillier. With lows in the mid-30s, tomorrow it will be partly cloudy and highs in the mid-60s. That's all for today. So thanks for watching The Daily O. I'm Mia Muhi.
In my mind, I was never going to walk right again. Before we were through, we had walked 23 steps. And that was my first steps of freedom. This patient is saying thank you.